Manchester United are 2 points clear ahead of Newcastle, and we sleep in the third position today, just 8 points behind Arsenal, 3 points behind Man City, and Man City is playing Tottenham Hotspur tomorrow in a late evening kickoff that we were waiting to see who is really going to go ahead and really take the day at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. But United have beaten Crystal Palace by 2-1. The Patrick Vieira side that really raised up after we got a red card in the 70th minute of Casemiro being sent off by the referee after grabbing Hughes by his neck using his 2 hands. That really gave the referee the mantle or a chance to really send him off the field of play. But obviously, the most important thing is that we got held of the 3 points. They pulled one back, but they couldn't level it, courtesy to the back 4 and the entire 10 players that were on the field of play at Old Trafford today. Welcome to United Matters channel. How are you guys? I come here with the player ratings that most of you are highly anticipating, because every time we win, I know that most people come in here and really give us the vibe and watch videos a lot. When we lose, few people coming through here to really come in and really do the needful and watch these videos. But all in all, I would like to let you know that that's the game of football. It's all about losing, winning, and drawing, because in any football game, the result is supposed to be a draw, a win, or a loss. And today, we are happy that we went ahead to win the game of football. And I don't want to go ahead and really elaborate more about this game of football, but I would like to get straight into the player ratings. Rokan David is my name. Smash the like button, comment, and share, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel in here. Let's start off with the goalkeeper, David De Gea. 7 out of 10. Good ball distribution, serves each and every time each and every time we called up for him, he was there. Apart from that goal that we consider, I think it's Bruno Fernandes that keeps him out of sight of the ball. That's it. But if at all Bruno is not in that position, De Gea would have really gone in for a flex save, and it would have gone into a corner, because it was not far away from where he was, but he was being obstructed by Bruno Fernandes. So I believe he got it right, and everything was all what he really deserved to get. 7 out of 10 for David De Gea. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He's a revelation and a proof that Ten Hag is a manager that is going to change every sort of player at Manchester United. When you look at how Bissaka is really improving himself, is really out of this world. And to me, he's getting a 7.5 out of 10. Closed down that area very well. No threat came from his side. Not until we were a man down. That's when they started to open us up. But Bissaka was really solid every time he was called for. So 7.5 for me. Luke Shaw comes in through to play a very huge role today. As I told you, that in the game of Nottingham Forest we played in the midweek, after his return from illness, he was solid behind, but going forward looked nasty. His final ball was not great. That end product to his game was really nasty. This time around, he went ahead to improve, and firstly, he came in for the assist of the second goal that Rashford scores. With Garnacho spreading the ball wide to him, he went in for a square into the vicinity of Rashford, and Rashford placed that ball past the goalkeeper of Crystal Palace, and it was 2-0. The most important goal that we scored was that one, because when we were away at Crystal Palace, we only scored one and failed to do the needful to really kill off this game. But this time round, we killed it off, and when they really came in through to pull one back, we had already scored 2. Luke Shaw, 8 out of 10 for me. 8 out of 10 for me. Let's go to Rafael Varane. I'm getting him 8.5 out of 10. You know, this game was won because of our central defense. They kept us so much into the game. They are really solid and good, and Rafael Varane is really a player that is going to be known as the best defender in the Premier League this season, because if you call out defenders that have been consistent ever since the season started, Rafael Varane is one of those. He has really kept his momentum. He has kept his cool. And I believe if we don't get a red card, Palace don't score against us, because they looked sloppy. They were nowhere near good today. they did next to nothing. And I think the only threats that really came to our goal was when Casemiro was sent off the field of play. That's when they started attacking us. So that shows you how sloppy they were and how they were intimidated. Even their manager hinted about it, that they started the game off badly and they are intimidated because this was Old Trafford and Ten Hag has turned it back into a fortress that it was when Sir Alex Ferguson was here. So the run, 8.5 out of 10 for me. Let's go to Lisandro Martinez, the butcher of Manchester. Guys, no happiness you feel when you bring in a central defender. People try to slate her, the likes of Grammy Souness, Jamie Carragher, and very many other pundits that he's short, he can't play in the Premier League, he's going to be bulled in the aerial duels. But guess what? A player that they thought was going to be bulled is the one who is bullying everyone around him. If at all he can mark Mateta is a towering of a lad, and he's really strong and heavy. But Martinez has gone ahead to really mark him twice in these games of Crystal Palace, and he has not really caused a harm to Manchester United. He played very well, put in blocks, good passing from the back. You look at that second goal, who initiates that pass to Luke Shaw to find Garnacho, such that we start interchanging passes in a very, 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 very beautiful way that led to that goal of Rashford. It's Lisandro Martinez. So Martinez for me, 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 for me. That's what I'm really giving him because he deserves it. He was the best player on the field of play today. Let's go to Casemiro. Casemiro, amid him getting a red card, involved into the second goal, into that interchanging of passes around the D, played very well, gave us cover to the central defense, obviously spreading the ball very well, and obviously giving us composure, combating those runs of the team that are really coming in through. Obviously, he was really at the epitome of that midfield. Nowhere you could hear Doucouré or Hughes in that midfield when Casemiro was there, and they couldn't really find a way through our midfield. But he was red carded, 3 games out, 7.5 out of 10 for me for Casemiro. That's it. I don't know the rating you're giving Casemiro, but me, I'm giving him a 7.5 out of 10. After that, we go Bruno Fernandes scoring a goal, putting his body on the line in those minutes when we are really a man down. He ran himself out. And he gave us the lead through a penalty in the 7th minute. And obviously, he's the captain who really gets us the win. That is so much important. That puts us to 42 points. That is Bruno Fernandes. Borges for you. 7.5 out of 10 for me, for Bruno Fernandes. Then Anthony, I think he's improving every game. Apart from managing his anger, I believe he had a beautiful game. I saw him really doing the direct play, making those diagonal runs into the defender's box area of the opponent, trying to be a problem or a threat to the defense of Crystal Palace, was really in his DNA today. And for the previous 3-4 games has been playing, that has been really part of him. And I really call him to go ahead and really continue doing that and perfecting that in every game that we play, to give us the best of directness that he can offer to a team of Manchester United. So Anthony, 7 out of 10 for me. That's what I'm giving Anthony. 7 out of 10 for me. Then we go Wout Weghorst. I think Weghorst is playing good, but we need to create chances to him. I've seen people say that he does not win the aerial duels. There is no reason for him to win the aerial duels. I want to see Weghorst being put into play a lot by creating him chances. Every chance they've created him, he has gone ahead to score it. Let's create chances for this guy, because he has shown us that he's a box striker. Penalty box striker, that is Weghorst. Get him those balls, and he really went ahead to really find out Freddie in the first half, and Freddie went in for a near post, but it went to the side net. So it shows you how involved he was in the game, but looks isolated. He's at the graveyard shift. We need to really get him in the ball in the game by creating him chances, and this is what we should really try to improve as a team of Manchester United, because when you get him chances, he's going to score those goals. So Weghorst, 6.5 out of 10 for me. He was so much in a wilderness of his own, because these players were really not making use of him. That's why they took him off and brought on Alejandro Garnacho, and Rashford really linked up to lead the line. Let's go to Marcus Rashford today. Reason as to why we get a penalty. He scores the winning goal. Obviously, being a threat, though sometimes selfish, Rashford is really in huge form of his life. Scoring his 19th goal of the season, that is Rashford. He's on fire. That is only for Manchester United. If you add the 3 he scored at the World Cup, those are already 22 goals this season. Shows you that he's up and running. Premier League, he has now scored his 10th goal today, meaning that he's having 17 games to go, and Ten Hag told us that he can score 20 goals, and I see nothing that is going to stop Rashford from scoring 20 goals, because I believe as we proceed to the finishing line of the season, Rashford has his 2 hat-tricks with him. I know there are games Rashford is going to score a hat-trick. I really believe them. I really believe, I feel them. I feel it, that he's going to score goals for Manchester United that are really hat-tricks. 3 assists, 10 goals, 21 appearances. Remember, that means he's played every Premier League game for Manchester United. And last season, he played 25 games and scored 4 goals with 2 assists. This time round, he's having 10 in the Premier League. The guy is really on fire. And today, he really saved us from losing again. Rashford, Marcus, obviously, 8.5 out of 10 for me. That is the rating I'm giving Marcus Rashford. Then Alejandro Garnacho coming on through. He really showed us that he has that spark that we need. And I believe it has really showed me that every time he's playing at Old Trafford, he's a different kind of player altogether. Is it because he's having fans that are really seconding him and really moving him, and he's really confident? Away games, apart from the game of Fulham, I don't remember very many away games that Garnacho has gone ahead to go ahead and really thrive. I don't remember many, but this one, every time he comes in at Old Trafford, he's really, really, really a threat with his jinking feet, his pace, directorism. Everything he does is just trying to put the enemy onto the sword, and obviously he laid the enemy on the sword by really getting that pass to Luke Shaw, and Luke Shaw squared the ball to find Rashford, and Rashford really placed it to the back of the net to give United the lead. So I believe Garnacho played very well. A 7.5 out of for me is what I'm giving him, because he's the reason as to why we scored that goal. If at all you see how he initiates that team play from the left wide area, gives it to Freddie, then he does the follow-up run. Freddie plays in Bruno, Bruno plays into Anthony, Anthony plays it back to Bruno, Bruno finds Bissaka, Bissaka plays into Casemiro, Casemiro does a 1 touch to find Garnacho, Garnacho does some 2-3 quick touches and really goes past 2-3 defenders of Crystal Palace, and then lays it at the extreme of the 18 yards box area to find Luke Shaw, and Luke Shaw doesn't hesitate, immediately goes in for a quick touch or a quick square ball to find Rashford, and Rashford bangs into the back of the net. So it shows you the importance of quick passing, because that goal comes in because of quick passing. Look at Rashford scoring that goal. Looks like the passing that we did, the tiki-taka, just sent the entire Crystal Palace team into confusion. They were really confused and they had nothing to do. They never knew what we were going to do next. We just confused them. Then Rashford just gets his goal and it's 2-0. So Garnacho, 7.5 out of 10 for me. We go to Sabitzer, getting his debut for Manchester United. Almost got himself an assist because Rashford was stopped from really proceeding because the referee called it as a foul, yet it was a tackle that saw Sabitzer not even hit Sambi Lokonga on his foot, but he really won that ball and really did a quick touch or pass to Marcus Rashford. But had a very good game. He fought, he ran. He's a busy body into that midfield, steady heading everything, with Freddie putting in the energy into the game. Sabitzer deserves a 7 out of 10 for me because he came in and played close to 11 minutes or 18 because they added 7, but he showed us the spirit of the winner, the heart of a warrior, the spirit of a fighter. He showed it on the field of play. That's Sabitzer for you, getting himself a 7 out of 10. Then who else came on through? Harry Maguire came on through. 6 out of 10 for me. Lindelof came on also. 6 out of 10 for me. and the manager Erik ten Hag is getting an 8 out of 10 for me. The referee, 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10, because I believe Casemiro deserved a red card, but even the other player, Schulop, is it Schulop, who pushes Anthony to the billboards, also deserves a red card. Even Ayew, who grabs Freddy by his 2 hands on his neck, he deserves to be sent off. That's it. So, thank you for watching in through. Those were my player ratings of Manchester United versus Crystal Palace. Tell me your thoughts about the player ratings and who is my man of the match. Obviously, it's none other than the butcher of Manchester, Lisandro Martinez. Licha! He was the best player on the field of play today, and he really granted us that win because he came in for 2-3 blocks today and obviously initiated play of the second goal. This guy is out of this world. It's unbelievable. You can talk about the Salibas, you can talk about the Ikanjis, you can talk about the Bootmans, but Lisandro Martinez is playing at a different level altogether. And I think by the end of this season, people will know that Lisandro Martinez is really the guy. Thank you guys for watching in through. May the Almighty Lord bless you abundantly. I sign out for now. See you later and good night. Bye-bye.